To manage an event or RSVPs in MPULL, go to Activities, click on Create New Activity, select a conference or an event. You're then going to give your conference or an event a name, a description, and whether you want it to be visible to your sales team or not. You then select who's the activity manager going to be, that's the main person responsible for the event, and who the evaluator will be. The next step then is to select the date of the event. So if it's on 1 day or 2 days or multiple days, you can select, so we're going to select it on the 9th of October. When tag-in closes, this is when the sales team can tag people up until that point, and your budget. Your next step is to specify your objectives, your markets, and how it's going to be measured. And then your specific event details, whether this event includes partners, a venue, a dress code, how many guests including partners, and how many hosts including partners. You're now going to end up on the activity management page. You can edit any of these details as you go along. So your next step now is to tag contacts. You have 3 different ways of tagging contacts. You use the tag contacts tool within the event. Now first of all, you can email your sales team and tell them that the event has been added to MPULL. They can then log on to MPULL, come in, click a tag additional contacts, and search for the person that they would like to tag. This could be a customer of theirs or maybe a prospect of theirs. They fill out the relevant details so they can give a motivation that they want, and they can say currently the bill is 100, we're going to bill them 200 in the future, confirm all their details are correct, whether they have a PA, any segment information, and you can tag that contact. So then the other way is, from a marketing point of view, you can tag contacts or prospects by segment. So what you would do is you would also go to tag contacts. You could then use your filter. So you go to tag additional contacts, and you can, I've got filters here: bill-in status, region, business type, whether they've unsubscribed or not, when they were created, whether they're individual or company. So you can filter all your contacts and then mass or bulk tag contacts. The third way is if this is an open event, so you want anybody to be able to attend. In this case, you're going to create a form or hosted page. It's a registration page, and people can register as required. So now I'm going to show you how to create that registration page or that RSVP page. So what you do is you go to Form and Hosted Pages, you create a new form, and you can have 3 different types. You can either have an open form. This is the type that you'll use when you have an open event and people can register. You will be supplied with a URL that you can then use in your collateral to advertise this event for registrations. The closed event is a type of event where the people that have been invited or the people that have been tagged are only sent the invitation, only they can RSVP. The third type is a hosted page, and this type of page has no form elements, so you don't have form fields such as email address, will you attend, and so on. It is just a web page. Maybe you can upload pictures from the event after the event and put them on that page. For this example, I'm going to use a closed form. So I select closed form. You can give the form a name, and then you've got 2 options for hosting. Now if you choose MPULL hosting, your URL will look something like yourbrand.mpull.com/RSVP form. If you use custom domain, that is when you have your own domain, so it will be www.yourbrand.com/RSVP form. If you choose custom domain, MPULL will supply you with a piece of code that you can stick on your page. So you click on Save, and from this point you can now start building your page. So what you do is you say you want a new segment, and here are all the different types of segments that you have. So you can have text content, which includes images. You can have various form fields, so single text, a yes, no drop down, a drop down menu with your own defined choices, check boxes. The other area is persistent fields. So these are things that the MPULL system remembers between different activities that you run. So you don't ever want to re-ask somebody to enter their name or their email address. This is stuff the system should remember. You can also have user-defined persistent fields such as golf handicap, shirt size, or dietary preference that you want the system to remember between different events. So first step would be to create some text content. Within that text content, you can add images using over here. So you can invitation, blah, blah, blah. This is just an example. You can then say new segment, and you can say maybe you want will you be attending as a field. This is added after here. And you can start building up your form, and you can move your form elements around. And you can also preview your form. So here, this is what your form will be looking like. Alright, so now that you've got your form created, we're going to go back and we're ready to design our electronic invitation. Now your electronic invitation can be an SMS or it can be an email. We call all these type of invitations or mailers interactions. So what you do is you go to interaction, you say add new interaction, you select SMS or email. Most likely your invitation will be an email. You can then give your interaction a name, so invitation. You can put in a subject line, please come to our event. And once again, you can build up your email. You can add images, you can add text. So you can also add placeholders. So there's the placeholders along the side here. So you can say, hi, first name, we want, and you can select company name, where is company name, to come to our event. Click here to RSVP. And then also down the left here is the link to your RSVP form. Regards, MPULL. You click save, and you now have an interaction ready to be sent. So in order to send your interaction, you go back to your main menu and you select tag contacts. So this will list everybody that has been tagged in your campaign. So you simply have to move people between the A list, B list, and C list. Everybody that is initially added is on the C list, and then you can, as the marketer, prioritize based on the motivations provided whether that person should be on the A list or B list. Once you're ready to send your interaction, you once again just select the contacts that have been tagged and you say issue interaction. That will then send the interactions. So after your event, what you can do is you can record who attended. You can also view reports up here on cost per head. You can create more forms, for example, post-event pages, surveys, and so on. You can also send post-event interactions, so thank you text messages or emails. The other things that you can do for event management is you can socially collaborate. So down here you can post comments and you can say who should get these notifications, and you can then post comments. You can also create mini project plans, assign tasks and track completion, and last of all you can add evidence. Now evidence over here is stuff such as the collateral that was used at the event. Maybe it's a PowerPoint presentation or a movie clip. Maybe it's photos for the event. Anything that you want for future reference. So this is how you create an event in MPULL. Next week we'll discuss how to create multi-channel marketing campaigns.